Hello, once again. Today I'm going to be going through Vinyasa Flow again. I think it's kind of an energizing and balancing flow, so if you'd like to join me, bring your mat and we will get started. So we're going to start off once again in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is our reclined butterfly shape. Soles of the feet together, make your way down onto your back. And just make sure it's comfortable, shoulders rolling back, palms facing up, and soles of the feet together. And then settling into your grounded position here to start off. Begin to notice the flow of your breath without overcomplicating it or forcing or trying to change anything. Just observing the rise and the fall of your body. So you may even like to bring your hands just to the bottom of the ribcage. You start to use this tool to allow yourself to ground and connect deeper into your body, just by noticing the subtleties of your breath as you're here. And as the body and the weight begins to let go, your breath will naturally become deeper. Start to find a little more ease and comfort in your breathing. And in this sense of letting go, and I like to think about this as just letting go of the weight of your body into the floor, into your mat, and into the earth in essence. It's available for you. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. And we'll take 5 full rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Then after your 5th exhalation, slowly starting to soften the gaze, wriggling through your fingers and your toes. You can use your hands to draw your knees in. And start off by hugging your knees in towards you. Find that nice little squeeze, releasing out once again the lower back. And you may like to spread through your toes, roll out your ankles, your feet, roll out through the hips. And then extend your legs long and reach your arms overhead and take a nice full body stretch. So really pressing out into your toes, your fingers. You can kind of press the palms away, press out through the balls of your feet, and then let the back arch. So you kind of reverse that action, lifting and lengthening. And sweep your arms beside you and bring your legs up towards your version of 90 degrees here. Okay, so it may not look exactly like mine. You might be down here a little more, just finding where it's comfortable. And if you need extra support, you're going to lift your sit bones, bring your hands underneath your buttocks slightly, so you can feel your lower back beginning to press into the floor. And then kind of purpose here so you're not finding any irritation in your lower back. So just be mindful if it's happening and use support as required. Shoulders pressing back and down. And then as you exhale, you're going to lower your right leg down as far as you can with the back pressing into the floor. It's a little hover. And then inhale, coming up, back towards your left. Now here I'm sort of pointing through my feet, but flexing the toes. Then changing side, left leg comes down. Inhale, rise. And keep moving, coming all the way to the top, noticing your shoulders pressing down, your back body pressing down, and just starting to find that movement and connection to your deeper abdominals here. But keeping the legs active as well. So you don't want them passive, you want them to feel light, and a sense of squeezing into the center and the midline. Now you can either stay with this variation, or if you'd like to add a little more, make it a little more dynamic, you're going to lift the upper body, extend through your arms, and as the legs lower down, you're going to switch change at the same time. So right and leg moving at the same time here. Switch change, and switch change. And keep moving. If this is too much on your neck, either bring your head down or support with interlacing your fingers and having your gaze up towards the ceiling. So whatever works. Think front ribs drawing towards the hips, back pressing down. Just a few more here. Switch change. Switch change. And on 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs back towards your 90 degrees. Your head can come down for a moment, arms beside you. Then again, either pointing through the feet now or flexing, whatever keeps your legs more active. Begin to lower your legs down as you once again lift your upper body, squeezing in. This time as both legs come down. Now you want to find a point where you can maintain both legs, keep your lower back pressing down and holding here. You might find a little bit of quiver where you are. You might be able to bring your legs down lower, or you might want to keep them up towards 90 degrees. For 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Let it rock from side to side. Start to feel that activation into your core. Hands come underneath the knees and start to find either a rocking up and down your spine, or maybe you just roll off to the side and come up to a seat. As you come up, you can either cross your feet out to the side or come over the top towards your tabletop position. So adjusting back onto your mat, tuck your toes, walk yourself back so you're sitting into a toe squat here. Checking in that all the toes are kind of curled underneath, so you're sitting back. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace your fingers, press your palms away. And then really lengthening through the sides of the body, lift up. Notice if you've taken a huge arch in your back, think about drawing forward, front ribs forward, and just sinking into your heels. Taking a nice full breath here. And then releasing your arms. Give your hands and your arms a little shake. Keep sinking into your feet here. And then hands come forward, tabletop position, and give the feet a little shake on the floor. Actually release them out in the opposite direction. Voila. Tabletop, spread the fingers, knees under hips. Inhale, belly drops, arch the spine, lifting and lengthening. So spreading the collarbones here, dropping the belly down. And then exhale, curl and round, press the floor away with your hands, really doming out through the upper back, belly button to spine. Inhale, belly drops, create space, arch. Exhale as you round, pressing the floor. Inhale, belly drops, lift and arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine. Spread your fingers, come to the top of your mat now. Tuck your toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. And then just take a moment here and start to pedal your feet out. Checking in, your feet are about your hip distance apart. Your hands as you gaze up are your shoulder distance apart. Turning the fingers out. Take as much movement as you need here to adjust, and then start to walk towards your stillness. You can see your heels, turn them out, hug the elbows in, and find your breath. Beautiful. Then rising up onto your toes. Lift your sit bones, gaze forward. Ripple your body forward. Come into high plank position here. Push the floor away. Take a nice full deep breath. And then exhale like you're being drawn from your sit bones. Downward facing dog. Again, inhale, rise, ripple forward. High plank position. Exhale, send it back. Downward facing dog. 2 more like this. Rise up, ripple forward. Pause in that high plank. Press the floor away. Press out through your heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more. Rising up, ripple forward. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze towards your feet and start to walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. Little micro bend in your forward fold here, clasp opposite elbows and hang forward. And then you might like a little bit of movement, so a rock from side to side or a shake of the head. Just be mindful and gentle with your body where you want to be here. Okay, checking in especially to this part of your lower back. You want to make sure it feels like it's releasing in your own time without forcing. And as that happens, then you would begin to straighten your legs, shift your weight forward slightly into your toes. And just releasing your hands, ground down through your feet, slowly curling all the way up. So staking each vertebrae, rolling your shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, hands through heart center. Beautiful. Keep the feet as they are. Interlace your fingers behind you. Now, if your shoulders are a little more sensitive, you may want to keep a bend in your elbows here. Otherwise, drawing them down with the chest. Bend your knees to start with and begin to come forward into that forward fold once again. And maybe, if it's okay on your shoulders, let the arms come overhead at the same time. If you're feeling really good today, extend your legs straight, drop the head. Take a moment to find your breath, your positioning here, opening up. Beautiful, then keep your head down, start to bend your elbows as you draw your hands to your lower back once again. Release your hands, hang forward. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, gaze long. Exhale, bend the knees, walk yourself forward. Let's take our high plank once again. Adjust as you need to. And then shift forward. For this first one, knees to the floor, elbows in and lower all the way down to your belly. Bring big toes to touch, arms alongside you, and then inhale, lift through your upper body. Keep the neck long. Squeeze your legs and your feet come apart. Reach up, locust pose, shalabhasana. Feel a stitching in and drawing in towards your belly at the same time as you activate through the back body and lengthen through the crown of the head. Holding here for 3. Beautiful work. Energizing the back body, 2. Find a little more lift in your chest for 1. And release to the floor. Hands under your shoulders. Lift for your baby cobra. If you have space and you feel warm already, starting to come into your cobra pose, roll those shoulders back, hug the elbows in, and really extend up as you press into the tops of your feet. Beautiful. Then little bend, use your toes, extend up and back, downward facing dog. Always coming back and finding and connecting to your breath in your down dog, this kind of centering, balancing pose. And then rise onto the toes, look forward. This first one, little steps towards the top of your mat this time. Again, you can bend your knees here as you exhale and fold. Ground through the feet, inhale, coming up. Roll the shoulders back, reach your arms. And hands through heart center. Beautiful work. Toe heel the feet together. Inhale to rise. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Coming down. Half lift, hands to shins. Bend your knees. Plant your hands, step right followed by left, high plank position. Shift forward, either full chaturanga or support for the second round here. Knees down, elbows in, and lower. Release your feet, inhale, lift, cobra pose. Again, modifiers however you need to with bent arms. Or if it's already there, you're feeling good, come onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog here. Lift the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Ground through your heels, sink into your breath. Rise up, gaze forward. You can walk, step, or maybe a little hop to the top of your mat once again. Exhale, fold at the top. Ground through your feet, inhale to rise. Arms reach up, palms together, lifting your chest. And hands through heart center. Another round like this. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fold. Half lift, hands to shins, inhale. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step left this time, followed by right, high plank position. Pause. Shift forward, either use your knees once again, or chaturanga dandasana, holding off the floor. Changing your feet, either cobra pose with thighs to the floor, or upward facing dog, lift your chest. Roll on those toes, extending it back, downward facing dog. Nice full deep breath. Rise up onto the toes, look forward, step, walk, or maybe a little hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And hands through heart center. Utkatasana, check in with your feet. Try and have your big toes together, heels slightly apart. You can always have your feet at hip distance if you prefer. And then sink down for your chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight to the back of the heels, reaching up through your arms. Now as you exhale, you're going to sweep your arms back behind you, lift your chest, lengthen your collarbones. Then inhale, reach your arms, keep a bend to your knees. Exhale, arms sweep back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, reach the arms back. One more, inhale, reach. Exhale, arms come back. Inhale, reach, Utkatasana. Beautiful work. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step, maybe a little hop through to your high plank, and then shift forward, move through your vinyasa. You can bring modify as you need to, which might just mean coming straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale for your right leg to rise. This time as you exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow. Little hover, tap the elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, crossing it over. Press the floor away, little tap. Inhale, up and back. Three-legged down dog, and then bending that knee, stack and open your hips. Now if you're feeling relatively open here, you want to have a go. Like you're going in slow motion, you're going to start to roll onto the outside edge of your left foot. Bring these right toes down, press your hips, extend this top arm up, find your wild thing. And as you exhale, turn your gaze down, slowly transition back, right hand plants, reach that right leg high. Gaze forward, step your right foot in between your hands, come up onto the fingertips, stay on your back toes, and then with this left hand, just bring it slightly forward of your left shoulder. Big inhale, open the right arm up. So find your easy twist here, pressing out through your back heel, reaching nice and tall. Turn your gaze down, sweep this right hand beside you, squeezing the inner legs to lift all the way up, crescent lunge. Lifting the chest, extending through your fingers, pressing through that back heel, maybe you wriggle forward to deepen into your stance a little more. Beautiful, then as you exhale, plant your hands down, lifting up, step back, high plank. Option one, straight into down dog, or shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice full deep breath here. Inhale, left leg rises, reaching tall. This time, left knee towards left elbow, cinch forward, little tap. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, take it over to the right elbow, cross, little tap. Inhale, up and back. Bend that knee, open out, scorpion dog. So you can stay right here, pressing the floor away, opening out, little twist. If you feel good, start to roll onto the outside edge of your right foot, ground into your right hand, plant the toes, lift your pelvis, open out, wild thing. Lengthening the front line of the body, press the floor away. Exhale, coming back over. Reaching your right leg, left leg nice and high. Gaze forward, step that left foot in between the hands. Stay on your back toes, rise up onto your fingertips. And then place this right hand down, wrist forward of the shoulder, opening out that left arm. Doing a nice full deep breath, pressing out through this back heel. Turn your gaze down, sweep the left hand beside you. Adjust your feet as you need to. Just squeeze the inner legs as you lift up. Pressing out through that back heel. Maybe you adjust the depth so you can sink a little deeper. Squeeze the legs, reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step back, high plank. Your option, straight to down dog, or once again through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. And once you get to your down dog, just bring your knees down, nice and wide. Make your way into child's pose. If you'd prefer to keep it a little more energized, you can stay in your downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Otherwise, staying in child's pose. But wherever you are, sinking down, let your breath settle. And just notice how the body feels, the sensations as they run through, the quality of the breathing. Take one more full inhale. And then maybe you exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Beautiful. If you've come into your child's pose, lift back up, downward facing dog. Once again, inhale, right leg rises. Gaze forward, step your right foot in between the hands. Rise up onto your fingertips, pressing out through your back heel, left hand stays down, right arm reaches up. And lift. Beautiful work. Turn your gaze down, sweep all the way up, crescent lunge. Just like you were, lengthening through the fingertips, pressing out through your back heel, and then draw both hands down through heart center. Lengthen forward, take that twist. Left elbow over the right knee, turn your hands in, pressing your knee away, opening out through the collarbones, and energize out through your back heel. And then inhale, we're going to open up the arms out, find your warrior 2 pose. So adjust again a little bit wider, extend through your arms and your fingers, press this front knee away from you. So as you're finding that shape, think about still squeezing the inner legs as you're pulling them apart, like you're trying to pull the mat apart. Then reach forward, turn your top palm, reverse your warrior back, and extend. Press this front knee away, reaching tall. Then coming all the way forward, we're going to find supported side angle. So elbow comes to the knee, top arm reaches alongside your ear, maybe straight up towards the ceiling, but reach, continue to sink into this front knee. Then inhale all the way back, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Maybe you sink down a little deeper, you can bring the hand in front. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, warrior 2 this time. Gaze forward. Now you're going to windmill your hands down. Bring your fingertips to the floor and then lift up on your back heel. Now using this front knee, step in halfway. Set your fingertips up out in front. Lift this back foot. And then working towards squaring your hips as much as you can, pressing out through your back heel. You find supported warrior 3. Option to stay here or reach your arms out beside you. Lift the chest, keep squaring your hips, press through the back heel. Take a nice full breath. And then grounding down through your right leg, little bend, scoop all the way up. Interlace your fingers across the front of that left leg, reach the chest. And then maybe either holding your knee here or extend your arms, pressing out through this foot. For 3, 2, 1. Start to sweep back. Like you're coming through warrior 3. Plant your hands down, step back, and then your option, either vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. Once you get to your down dog, taking a nice full breath. And then we'll inhale, reach that left leg high. Sitting it nice and tall. Step your left foot in between the hands. Stay on your back toes. Keep that right hand down, left arm reaches, open into your twist once again. Turn the gaze up, pressing out through that back heel, drawing the belly in. Let your gaze come down. Bring this hand down as you reach all the way up. The crescent lunge once again. Squeezing the inner legs. And then hands come through heart center. Lengthening forward, take our twist. Okay, so your right elbows come across your left knee. Keep hugging the inner legs as you press through the hands, opening out the collarbones. Transition for warrior two. Opening out, drop the back heel, wiggle your feet. So adjust as you sink in so that your front heel is in line with the back arch of your right foot. Open out. And you want to find a nice strong stance here before we start to flow into our kind of warrior variations. Little reach forward, reverse your warrior back, extend. Keep sinking into this front knee, pressing the knee away. And then side angle as you come forward, supported side angle to start with. Elbow to knee, right arm reaches. Inhale, reverse, taking it back. Exhale, side angle, maybe this hand comes down in front, reaching long. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back, warrior two, gazing forward. Windmill the hands down, lifting your back heel, nice hop forward, bringing the fingertips out. Lifting this back foot, squaring the hips, lifting the chest. Now your option, once you've found the squaring of your hips, energizing out through the back heel, little bend, and you might float the feet, float the hands. Lifting up here, lift your chest, squeezing everything in. For 3, 2, 1, press down through that foot and come all the way up. Interlace your fingers, lift your chest. And then either holding here or reaching the arms, keeping the knee bent or extending the leg out in front. For 3, 2, 1, and sweeping it back. Plant the hands down, either down dog or flow it through your vinyasa here. Lifting up and then downward facing dog. And then we'll all come down, drop the knees, sink to the floor. Child's pose. And just taking 3, once again, full breaths here. You may like to walk the hands in towards each other, bring your palms together, bend your elbows, and take the thumbs back to the nape of the neck. Beautiful. Then releasing your hands out long, lift back up, find your downward facing dog. And then gazing towards the top of your mat, and just take little steps here, coming all the way up. Light bend of your knees, you can hang forward in your forward fold. Maybe clasp elbows once again and fold. Then ground through your feet, slowly curl all the way up. Yep. Rolling the shoulders back. From here, take a nice wide stance. So you come out, check your feet here depending on the flexibility of your hamstrings, toes turning in. Take your hands to your hips, lifting your chest, and then we're going to tip forward into a nice wide-legged forward fold. So you might be able to clasp hold of the elbows or the toes or walk your hands underneath, but just letting everything hang through. Once again, settling your breath, keep reaching tall, and start to shift the weight into the balls of the feet here as you come forward. And bring your fingertips down, take a halfway lift. Bring your hands back to your hips and come all the way up to stand. Gaze forward and step to the top of your mat. Give your legs a little shake. Then step your feet out as wide as your mat, turn your toes. Start to sink down, you can bring your hands to heart center, come all the way down, Malasana squat here. So you've got your knees inside of the elbows, lift your chest, reaching the crown of the head, and holding here. And maybe close down your eyes, just keep opening out through the knees, lengthening your collarbones, reaching up through the crown of the head. And taking 3 full breaths here. Beautiful, and after your third breath, kind of the easiest way to come out, like to bring the hands behind and just come all the way down to a seat. Bring yourself to the center of your mat, extend your arms, and then slowly coming all the way down onto your back. Roll your shoulders back, walk your heels in. And as you're here, just take your right ankle over to your left knee, or on top of your left knee. Draw that left knee in towards you, and then interlace the hands so your right hand will come in between the legs. Interlace and then drawing into your number 4 stretch. Pressing that right knee away. Hanging in, if you'd like a little more depth, you can extend your left leg, interlace the fingers, pressing out through that heel. And you may like to once again just close down your eyes, extending and stretching. And then slowly releasing that leg. Kicking both feet out. Let's take the left ankle onto the right knee. Press away, change sides, interlace your hands so left hand comes through the legs. Find an interlace, squeeze again, keep flexing through your left foot, drawing the left knee away. And if you took it into the hamstring, try and do it on the other side, extending your right leg long, changing the grip, but making sure that your back is down the floor. And then gently releasing from here. Let your feet come down, bring them out nice and as wide as your mat. You can have your arms just out beside you and then letting the knees drop over towards the left and then over towards the right. And just finding a few rounds here, rocking knees from side to side. Start to bring yourself back down. Beautiful. Coming back through center, draw both knees in towards your chest. And a nice little squeeze and a rock from side to side. And then once you're ready, let both legs come out long. Feet heavy, shoulders back, palms facing up. Closing down your eyes and find your Shavasana. Relaxation. Make sure the body is able to let go and release. And your breath comes back to its natural rhythmic flow. With each exhalation, releasing the weight of your body into the mat, into the earth, and slowly allowing yourself to drop, to fall deeper and deeper. Just for these last few moments of the practice. And slowly start to bring the awareness back to your breath, back to your body. Begin to find small movements into the fingers and the toes. And slowly stretching out through the arms and the legs. And as you're ready, rolling over to one side. And gently making your way all the way up to a seated position to close our session here today. So as you come out, take a moment in gratitude to yourself, draw hands to heart center, closing down your eyes, softening through your breath, your face, and this moment of internal awareness, gratitude. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your day.